there. I saw you on MMA Junkie talking about I got a beer belly, okay? This ain't no beer belly, okay? This is a fuel tank full of ass whooping machine, okay? I just handed out a can on this dude's ass, okay? That's the number one thing I want to say. What's up, dude?
How you doing? Do you feel like you executed the game plan to perfection out there?
Yes and no. Actually, I was expecting him to be quicker. I thought his shots was very easy to see. That's why I stood so much in there. Actually, I was taking breaks in the pocket. Like, it was really easy to see his shots. They had some power to it. But pretty much, when I walked him down, that was when I was taking a break, and then just boom, he hit more shots, but I hit him way cleaner shots, and he was pretty easy to take down as well. So it was kind of a yes to your answer and a no to answer.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It was clear you dominated with the grappling. Of course, men thought you would with their grappling crossovers, but do you feel like you outstruck him tonight?
Yes, I actually do. I think I hit him with the cleaner shots. I was smarter with picking my shots. Like, I wasn't reckless. I was standing right there in the pocket. I was cold. Most guys, when they fight Clay, they're like so intimidated by his volume that they're like, oh, and go away. I was just standing there fucking ice cold, picking my shots, and then when the takedown was there, I took it. And yeah, I don't fear.
I know you won the fight. Of course, you didn't make the playoffs, but you won this fight. I'm assuming you want to fight again by the end of the year. Would you think maybe a Bellator card in September, maybe one of the New York cards, Scotland or San Diego? Or maybe?
So I'm a real fighter. If I could fight every weekend, that's what I would. But a dream of mine, I don't know if PFL and Bellator still work with somebody in Japan, but if that is a possibility, I would really love to do that. And if not, then I'm like, give me Pitbull. Give me who didn't make the playoffs. Who didn't make the playoffs in my weight?
Pitbull, Bruno.
Bruno.
Espinosa.
Piccolotti.
Give me Piccolotti. Give me Espinosa. Actually, one of those two would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Piccolotti, Espinosa. You came out here at the end of May. You've been out here for over 3 weeks now. Do you feel like that was a good decision you made?
That was a very good decision. I saw a lot of good fighters gas out quick today. And I actually felt like one of the things that also attributed to me beating Clay, I felt he gassed quicker than I did. And he's a Utah boy. So, yeah, that was a smart decision by coach.
What can you tell me about your coach, the sacrifices Dennis made, Jacob, your nutritionist made, being out here for 3 weeks, Dennis going to London, coming back, you beating Jacob in the gym every day?
So, first of all, Coach Dennis, he always travels with me, and it's almost, it doesn't matter if it's a month, if it's 2 months, whatever, he throws everything to the side, and he's always with my ass. So I really, really appreciate that. He came out here 3 weeks early to be with me, flew 4 days to Newcastle, came straight back, and was like 2 weeks here with me, and that's usually always how it goes. If I'm fighting in Dublin, he goes with me weeks before. So yeah, fucking great coaching. The same Jacob, my nutritionist, came all the way from Denmark to be with me for like 3-4 weeks. He's been in Vegas. Even before we was here, he's been in Vegas with me. So I got a great team of coaches, managers, nutritionists, and friends around me. Like, people always think that MMA is an individual sport, and it is, but if you don't have great people around you, you can just hit the heavy bag, and then who are you going to beat in the cage, right? Nobody. So, yeah, it's a team sport as well.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
And then Mads, I saw your eyes light up when you were talking about fighting in Japan. What intrigues you about fighting in Japan?
Fuck, man. I think it's the kid inside me. We've all seen like old school Jean-Claude video movies and like Bruce Lee movies where it's always in Asia, and like the Krauses are very educated and stuff like that. So Japan seems super cool. Yeah.
And then we had just had Bray, and we were talking about the point system. I mean, do you feel some type of way knowing that even though the man you beat, he's still going to be in the playoffs?
I don't care two fucks. I'm a fighter. If not this year, then next year, then the year after that. Eventually, I'm gonna get a mill. So I want to fight and I want to beat bad dudes, and that's why I give a lot of respect to Clay, because a lot of dudes, they pick and choose and they want to fight bums, so their record can look clean. But then when you look deep inside their records, they beat nothing but cab drivers. Where if you look at Clay Collard, he beat Pitbull, he beat like so many great fighters. His record might not be a record where you're like, God damn, when you see it at first eyesight. But the dudes he beat is some bad motherfuckers, and that's what counts. Doesn't matter if you're 20 and 0 if you beat 20 cab drivers. So, yeah, I don't know what your question was. Maybe I can't. I don't want to sidetrack, but yeah.
Yeah, that works. And then, obviously, you talked about how you were expecting grappling success, but it seemed like as the fight went on, you were just more and more comfortable just thrown in the pocket with him. Is that something you did on the fly?
So, every day in the gym, I'm standing in the pocket with everybody, every weight, every background, whatever. And I think that's a big advantage for me, being so good on the ground. But a lot of people who is good on the ground, they're very scared of being in the pocket. Well, I don't give a fuck when I'm in the pocket. I'm just boom, boom. I'm relaxing. If I can reach you like that, I'm almost relaxing more than if I can't reach you. Here I know what's coming. And I'm so good at rolling and blocking and all that stuff. And I think a lot of people in the MMA, in the sport of MMA, they're too much like jab and move. They're scared to actually fight in the pocket. And I think that's a huge advantage for me, and also enables me to use my grappling easier. So I don't have to shoot from that far out. I can just be right there all the time. Yeah.
And then I know you said you want a Bud Light, but speaking of which, what's the first thing Mads Burnell is going to do outside of a Bud Light after the big game?
Probably talk mad shit to my coach or somebody in my team, and then get a pizza or some junk food. Then we're probably going to go back to the house and play 2K WWE. I got unfinished business with Coach D and the Royal Rumble. I'm Stone Cold. He's playing Jake the Snake. So I'm going to stun his ass, and then what does Stone Cold drink? It's a Coors Light? Yeah. Boom. And then,
Steve Weiser's.
What?
Steve Weiser's.
Steve Weiser's. I don't even know that beer, so whatever. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Matt, just one. How fulfilling, like, forgetting the points, forgetting all the narratives of coming into Utah, how fulfilling is it to do what you said you were going to do early this week, just as a fighter?
It's fulfilling to give a big fucking middle finger to all these oddsmakers that sit at home and beat their meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They've never been in the fucking cage on the mat. They're just talking about statistics. They don't know how to throw a jab, how to do a rear naked choke. They get fed by their mom too. Like, fuck all of those motherfuckers. I respect people who've been in the cage, people who actually in the gym. Even though Dylan, he's a scrawny little motherfucker, he actually involves himself with the fighters. He comes to the gyms, he's trying to train and stuff like that. That's a reporter you can listen to. But there's so many reporters that they sit at home and they've been playing UFC 4 and then they think like, oh, I know shit about martial arts. No, you don't know shit. So this is a big ass middle finger to all these motherfuckers. Excuse my French.
You can keep going. That's fine with me.
Real quick, so you talked about coming to Utah to train. This is your first match in Salt Lake City. What was it like to fight out here?
So the first thing I noticed is how come all the John Stockton jerseys are sold out, but all the Conor Malones are still hanging there. That's the first thing I noticed. Yeah, and then the second one is like, it's beautiful out here in Salt Lake, but goddamn, it's boring as fuck. I mean, the only restaurant I pretty much see that they have that do good food is like that thing Aubergines. Shout out to Aubergine, man. Next time I come, I expect like a spicy coconut curry for free.
You see what jersey Eric Nixick was wearing?
No, I just saw Utah Jazz, but
Karl Malone.
oh my God, what are you doing? I need to talk about that.
With this fight being in Salt Lake City, you took on kind of a villain role going up against Clay Collard. Do you pay attention to that at all? And if so, did you use it as motivation?
The only time I paid attention to it was when they introduced me, and I can do nothing but laugh. Like, hey, it's their boy. I would probably do the same if somebody I knew was fighting somebody I didn't know in my hometown. So I don't blame the people of Utah. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Oh, sorry. And nothing but respect for Clay. Like, he's a fucking gangster. So yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.